Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back to Mimu Fitness Journey. This week we continue with my Europe trip. So I'm still in Catania right now. I'm in Taormina and tomorrow I'm going to Rome for 2 days and then I will go to Prague for another 3 days and then I will be back to Dubai. So right now we are still in Taormina and let's go explore the city. So now I'm waiting my ticket for the cable car to go to Mount Etna at the top, and then we will take, I think, a bus to go to another height. I don't remember the meter, and then we will have a guide to tell us around a volcanic guide. I don't know what's called as well. He told me all this, but I forgot. But yeah, so right now I'm waiting my ticket, and then we will take these cable cars above, and then we hike a little bit. Just finished the cable car and now we are waiting for the bus so to take us to another place. I have no idea where is this other place, but the view here is crazy, and here are the buses. Yeah, they look like a mountain buses like not the normal one you can see, like big tires, much big space between, like clearance between the floor and the bus. It almost looked like a truck, which just makes sense. If you're gonna take a bus in a mountain, actually a volcano mountain as well, an active one, yeah, I would go with this one. Now we just finished the bus ride and we arrived, and now we are waiting for to collect the group, and then we will go with the tour guide. I think we'll have two tour guides, one in Italian, one in English, so that's good. At least I will understand what's happening. And yeah, the view from here looks crazy, to be honest. Like, I'm not so sure if the camera is capturing it or not, but like, no, it's crazy. Like, even like some of this, like clouds and stuff, is actually coming from the volcano.
2002 when we had explained you something about the volcano.
I think we reached the highest we can actually climb or allowed to climb, and it is pretty cold, honestly. But it's really nice and very windy as well.
See, the entrance uh, the entrance of the cave here is a little bit artificial. This is our road, no? Also here the excavator made collapse, so the stone was melted, and with the force of gravity we had the formation of the dog teeth. We call them dog teeth because if you jump without your helmet, it's like a dog bite. Huh? You're giving 5,000 eggs a day. The male is doing nothing, like everywhere in the world.
We just get out of a place when they make like local honey, wine, and different products from their stuff like soap, a lot of things with honey in specifically, and wine. Definitely I don't drink alcohol, so I didn't go with the wine, but I bought a soap with honey. I don't understand why, but I want to try it. I bought a candy with honey, and I bought a honey pistachio. It really tastes really well. And now we have arrived to the city of Taormina. The city is really good. It's very pretty. It has a lot of crazy stuff as well. Like, there is this road that it looks like a local market, it looks like a local shops, but then you find Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Tommy, like crazy good. What else I found? Rolex, like a lot of shops beside each other, and they look like a local shops. However, they are not local at all. Like Dior, for example, has part of like a very narrow street, and he's used this street as like his own windows to show his products and stuff. Like, it's really nice. The city is amazing. The building is very nice. They have all these boats and yachts. They are near the mountains. Has a lot of greens. The city is really cool, to be honest. It's small, but it's really nice. And unfortunately, I do not have time to go to the beach there and everything. However, I really, really wanted to because it looks really nice, but maybe another time. Good morning. It's Tuesday, 18th of June, and now I'm in the Catania airport getting ready for my Rome flight. I don't think it is open for check-in yet because I cannot find it on the table for the check-in, like windows. So I think I came too early. Like the flight is 11:30, now it's 8:30, so it's 3 hours early. I was just afraid, I don't know the process and everything here. But the last one on the table is 11:05, which is go to Milan. So I think I need to wait a little bit till they open the check-in. Okay, I just arrived to Rome airport, and first experience is not the best. I ordered an Uber taxi, and then they tell me go to this exit, and the moment I saw the guy canceled. I think he did it by mistake, and then now every time I order, there is no cars. So yeah, Roma, yeah. Let me check what can I do to get a taxi. So I arrived to Rome, and definitely first thing I did was getting ice cream from Vinci. It's recommended by one of my friends. Finished the ice cream before doing the outfit, did some quick shopping, and now we are going down the Spanish steps, one of the other landmarks in Rome, and now going to one of the neighborhood to see the beautiful building. It is crazy how much everything here looks like an open air museum. Everywhere, you can just record anywhere. You can just take pictures anywhere, like the streets, the normal buildings, the castles, the fountains, the squares, the restaurants. It's just crazy. It looks like an open air museum. That's it. Everywhere you go in Rome. It's really nice.
Salvatore the Gladiator entered over there. Huh? Salvatore, do you see 75,000 spectators all around you? Huh? Can you hear them screaming your name? Salvatore, 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 yeah.
So I have arrived to Prague right now, and there is few things to realize. First, I don't understand what to wear because on Apple they are telling me that temperature is gonna go to 11 at night. However, right now we are, I don't know, almost 6 p.m. and it doesn't look cold at all. Yeah, I understand that it's still not midnight, but still, like it should be at least a bit cold to reach like 10 and 11 degree. It's not, so I'm not so sure. I'm gonna wait today and see. If it's too cold, then maybe I will buy a jacket. Second is, in whole Europe, there is crazy amount of greens. Like coming from someone that's living in Egypt and then living in Dubai, greens is not that common. You have to make it, you have to be man-made. But here, greens are everywhere. Like literally from the airport to the city to everywhere. There is greens all over the place. The third thing is, I don't know, but it feels a bit similar. Like again, there is definitely different styles for each country and each city even. But like some of the buildings, some of the cathedrals, some of the churches and stuff, for me looks more or less the same a little bit. Like if you show me like the picture of one of them, I will not really know which one is from which country. But yeah, so far so good. One of the things also that I found in Prague that is different from Rome, or one of the things also I found in Czech Republic or in Prague that's different than Italy, or I think it's in Czech Republic it's normal like other countries. I think in Italy it was the one different, is a Starbucks. For example, I went to Catania, like in two cities in Catania, like Piazza Armerina in Sicily, two cities in Sicily, Piazza Armerina and Catania, and both of them had zero Starbucks. And then I went to Rome, okay, it's a capital now, and I think the whole room had like 3 Starbucks on Google Maps. Just in comparison, in Dubai Mall, not just in Dubai, there are 4 Starbucks. So the whole capital had 3, and one mall had 4. The same in Prague right now. Every time I cross an intersection or a street, I found a Starbucks as well. So yeah, Italy, they like their coffee. They don't like the mass-produced stuff. They like local coffees, and to be honest, their coffee is good as well. So that was interesting to see. Good morning, everyone. Finally back in Dubai after a whole week of trips. Actually, after 11 days of different trips in different places. Finally back in Dubai, and I'm a bit tired, to be honest. I just need 1 or 2 sleep just to have a vacation from the vacation, just to relax, do nothing. But it was really interesting. It was a very good vacation. First time for me in Europe. I really enjoyed it. I met a lot of my friends. I saw a lot of places. So overall, it was really good. But the most important, there are some lessons. So I usually learn something is that after every big experience or every now and then, I try to have a time to reflect on what happened, what did I learn, what are the mistakes I did, what are the good things that I did that I want to continue. So I always keep learning. So there are some points that I learned during this trip, which is number 1 is regarding nutrition part, protein and vegetables, at least for me, was the hardest to get. So when you go eat out or snacks or even breakfast in the hotel when I was there, it is super easy to get carbs and fat. Super easy. So I was never afraid that, I cannot get my enough fats or I cannot get my enough carbs. That's super easy to get. The harder part was the protein and vegetables. So protein, because every time I order something, either it doesn't have protein at all because it's like pies or whatever, or it has like very, very small amount of protein, like pizza with like very small slices of chicken or salami or whatever, or pasta was the same, or even omelette. They have crazy amount of butter, crazy amount of cheese and stuff. So when you see the amount
Police
of protein,
reported ahead.
okay, sorry, this is the application. So when you go check this food versus protein versus total calories, you find that no, actually the amount of protein you are eating per day is not enough. In few days, I actually went to supermarket to buy like just Greek yogurt, like with nothing, like just I'm gonna eat a Greek yogurt. I remember I like bought like a 500-gram Greek yogurt, which was like really big one, and I was going to eat it plain without vegetables, without anything, just to get the protein in it. So yeah, that was lesson 1. I think I'm gonna research or check how to get my enough protein when I'm traveling. So maybe while I'm traveling, I'm gonna focus on more protein powder or this kind of stuff. Maybe I will try it, but let's see. The second things that I learned regarding training, which is the cardio part, it's really cool to do the steps, which is honestly I really enjoyed it. That's why I think you need to put yourself mentally towards that you are gonna walk a lot, because you are gonna burn out. Like actually, average day over day, I did around 20k steps, which is pretty okay. I was burning like almost 1,000 active calories, which is I already have 2,000 for the normal calories that I'm burning, even if I didn't do any activity. So around 3,000 calories I was burning every day, which give you enough or a little bit room of calories to eat. Not a lot, but a little bit of room to eat. So the cardio for me was not the biggest problem, to be honest. And even one day I ran a half marathon for the first time ever in my life, by the way. And I was not even planning to. I was just going down and running, and I kept running till I ran a half marathon, which was amazing. At one time, we went with my friend to biking. So she has a mountain bike and she borrowed another mountain bike from her friend, and we just went biking, and it was amazing because actually it was a very different experience for me. We put the bikes on a train and then we like traveled somewhere out of the city, and then we biked all the way back, which is the road was amazing. It was like full of nature and all of this. So that also burned. I went to paddle boarding. So first time, definitely I didn't fall, but honestly I did not stand a lot of time. I was mainly like sitting on my knee or sitting on the paddle board and paddling, but also start standing a little bit at the end. But that's also burn some calories. So when you mix all of this and you check on your phone or your app you're tracking, my cardio was not bad. It was be on point, I would say. But what was missing was the weight training. And I think that is the second thing that I learned is that, yeah, you can manage cardio, but weight, it's gonna be hard to manage. So you need at least to go to the gym 2 or 3 times per week. You need to find the gym, you need to pay for this day pass, and you need to go there, because if you didn't do that, basically you're not gonna do your weight and you are gonna miss this very important factor. So yeah, no matter where I'm going next, either I'm gonna check if the hotel has a gym, because most of the hotel I stayed doesn't, or what is the nearest gym that near the hotel or the place I'm staying for me to go with these day passes at least. The last one, which is the total calories, so not just the type of nutrition, but the total calories as well. I think, like especially this week, I think I gained, like I didn't weigh it myself, but I think I gained maybe a kilo or something. Not crazy much, but I think I did. And because I can feel it, I can feel the amount of food I have in my stomach. But the point is, I think the main thing that I learned here, which is I did in the previous week, not this week, which is works well, is that I choose 1 meal per day. So I have 3 meals and let's say 2 half snacks, so let's call 4 meals, each one around 500 calories, so overall 2000 calories. But I think when I was in Italy in the start, I was eating like 2 or 3 of these meals normal, but the last one I was okay to overeat or eat whatever. I think in this week I was doing it more than 1 meal per day, like to eat whatever I want, and that's why the amount of total calories was much higher than what I'm burning, which is much higher than the 3000, and that's why I started gaining weight. So what I'm gonna do next, if I'm gonna do this again, which is most probably I am gonna do this again, is that I'm going to have 1 free meal every time, but it's gonna be only 1. I'm not gonna have the whole day, and based on that, I still enjoy the food, but also I do not really overeat amount of protein, that amount of calories that I need. One more big learning I did was actually not being afraid to talk to new people. So I actually met a lot of new people during this trip, especially the times when I was alone. And people are genuinely nice to strangers or genuinely nice to people who doesn't know the way, because they like to help. Actually, the majority of people was trying to help me, much less was annoyed or not helping. Like almost rarely I found these people. Majority, they are trying to help. Whether people I met in the bus where I didn't know actually where to go or how to go from the place I was staying in Italy to the center in Rome, and what kind of station, how to book the ticket. And I met this guy, Lamin, and he explained to me everything, how to buy the tickets, everything. Or people I met, even simply, I go to a museum and I book a ticket, but they tell me, the next tour, for example, is in 1 hour. And I was like, oh, but what can I do in this 1 hour? And the guy even was like not really comfortable speaking English. He was checking online, tried to use Google Translate to tell me where to go. Even the restaurants, one time in Prague, I was checking like kind of traditional food in one of the restaurants, and the guy, he didn't have it, but he was searching online to find what is the restaurant they have it. They call them to confirm that they have it. Then they asked me for my phone to get the location, and start explaining how to go there and all of this. Even though it's not his restaurant, he's not gonna take any money from it. but he was genuinely happy to help someone to, find a kind of traditional food of his country and all of this. So to be honest, I met a lot of cool people. And the last thing, but honestly the most important thing that I learned, is that happiness is not about expensive things. So in general, in my life, I'm not really a materialistic person, but I will be honest, living also in Dubai a little bit, seeing, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, everything. In your mind, you always think that, when I get a Lamborghini, I'm gonna be that happy. When I get this villa on the Palm Jumeirah, I'm gonna be that happy. When I get this, when I buy this, when I go to this beach club, when I go to this expensive party. And then you found, I went to Italy, I saw that I'm gonna find Lamborghinis and Ferraris everywhere. I didn't. I went to Prague and I met my friend and I saw that, we need to go to all these fancy places in Prague and stuff. We were taking our bike by train to somewhere. Even this bike was not even rented, was borrowed from one of their friends in order not to pay for it. We go paddle boarding with inflated paddles that we do it manually by our hand. We took the paddle on backpacks, so we don't even need to pay for rent or anything. It was the simplest, easiest experience that you don't really need to pay an arm and a leg for it. However, it was super enjoyable. So that's the most important thing I would say I learned, is that it's not about the materials, it's about the people and what exactly you want to do.